Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I am your humble host, Mr. David Null, also known as Hawkeye Two Feathers. And I got my little miner's cap on. And anyway, I greet you with the love and the honor of the infinite creator. And I pray always that you folks will continue to accept and receive the blessings from the creator into your heart, into your soul, and into your being so that we can all become one with the universe. Anyway, and spread that energy around too, by the way. Today, tonight, at this moment, it's 11:03 p.m. on the East Coast, and it is Friday the 17th here, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think it's the 17th. I used to be able to see it down in the bottom, but Google Chrome changed the look on my YouTube page. So now, anyway, but so I greet you with love and honor, and I want to. I did a video earlier this evening because I watched the moon come up in the dangest place, and so I decided that what I needed to do is give a little bit of like orientation of where my house sits and where the I saw the moon come up. Now let me get this in the. Now it looks backwards to me, so but still east is east regardless of how you want to look at it. This long line right here is where my house is pointed. So it's pointed just slightly about 10 degrees towards the southeast. So when I look up at the ridge, the drip line on the edge of my house, my roof line, it's about 10 to 15, not quite 15 degrees off of east to slightly south. So when I'm using my house as a reference, I set my house up that way as passive solar, which on certain days it works really, really good. So when I go outside and I can watch and I can track the moon. So my thing is that um, usually if it comes up, I can watch it. It'll come up because it's slightly cocked, not true east and west. That it will come up over here on the corner of the house a little bit, but it'll always set over here in the west. Okay. Tonight, the moon came up here and is heading currently this direction. So instead of coming up in the east and setting in the west like it ought to, it came in right up here tonight. So from my house point of view, I was looking at the moon in it'd be east by north kind of thing, but between northeast and east. All right. So the moon came up over here, which is not where I'm used to watching the moon come up. It shouldn't be coming up in the northeast. Okay. Now I in my previous video tonight, I thought, well, if it continues straight across, like which is normal, it comes up in the east and tracks across and sets over here, sometimes a little further south, sometimes a little further to the north, but never above east or above west. Okay. Because of where my position is north of the equator. The moon never goes higher, more than 90 degrees above my position here in South Georgia. It's what it is, right? So, and I've been here for 40 years. I've been in South Georgia for longer, but I mean, I've been on this property for 40 years. And so I know when I'm looking outside and I see something out of the ordinary, I'm used to seeing things for all these years. Now, could there be a different timeline or something? I don't know what's going on, but something's dead sure enough wonky. Now, I went to the store and I just returned and I decided I'd go ahead and do an update, and I'm going to walk out here in the dark here in a minute, but I wanted to give you an idea of by this little compass map thing. So at the moment, the moon has come in from up here, but it's heading diagonally. It's headed across the house, not parallel. It's not headed west. It's headed southwest at the moment. And because when I got home, I brought my groceries in. I walked back out and I looked up and I went, wait a minute. I expected to go over the house. The moon should have went over the house, and it's not. It's heading towards Tallahassee, which is like, what? It's heading a diagonal. versus straight, straight east and west. So by my little pencil here, this is the direction it's headed at the moment because it cut across the corner of my house. So I'm using my house as a reference, but I'm showing you that this is the configuration. This is where my house is. It's always located in the same way for the last 35 years. You know, I lived here on the property in a mobile home for a couple of years. So, but the house has been here for 35 years. And so, but anyway, so I wanted to walk outside and give a visual to see whether or not you could see the moon in relationship to the ridge line of my house. And this is a documentation, but this is what I visualized before I came in and drew this little piece of paper and started this little conversation. So I'm grab my glasses. I got to unplug the computer to walk outside. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging out for a few minutes. I'm going to walk out here. It'll be dark for a minute, but that's okay. Y'all can handle the dark, I guess. Come outside. I got my porch light on. You don't want to see my house at the moment anyway. So, but it's getting better. Every day is a little better than the next. So, we always try to stay in that positive mode. Oh yeah, wouldn't you know it? Now I get outside and it's like, okay, so where's the moon? We got too much cloud cover. Where'd the dang moon go? Well, just my. Oh, there it is. Wow, it's way out of whack. Okay, hang on. It's even further out of whack than where I thought. So let me see. I'm trying to see if I could see. No, it's too dark to see my Can see the moon though. Let me see here. My finger pointing. There's the moon. All right. Well, the corner of my house is over here, and it is headed towards this. The moon is headed towards the southwest right now, because if it were going true east and west, I should be able to look up at my the ridge line of my house, and it should be in line. Not. It's when I hold my hand up, it's more than a hand width away from the ridge of the house. And earlier, when I showed this video earlier this evening, I showed the corner of my house, which is which is right up here, and it came over the corner of my house this way from the northeast. I know it's weird, weird, weird. Good evening, Lori, Michelle. Lovely to see you again, my friends. Prayers to everybody. So I don't know what's going on. It's way too cloudy for me to spot any of the other constellations at the moment. I suspect we'll probably have a decent cloud cover tonight. We got a front supposed to be coming in and some cold weather, but I wanted to do this update tonight and was hoping for a better visual with the moon, but the cloud cover is a lot thicker than I'd anticipated. So, but anyway, go out and look from your area, but it sure being wonky. And I looked on the earthquakes earlier, and I'll just give you a little quickie here because I got the page open. They've had a couple of big earthquakes in California, well, fairly good size. There's one, it's just south of California. They're sort of in the bay between the two Mexicos, but it was a 5.3 just a couple hours ago. And another big one down in Nicaragua that was 2 days ago, and then a 4.3 hit El Salvador again today. So it's like, alrighty then. There's another earthquake that happened near Phillips, Maine, in Maine, okay, and it was a 2.3, and there was a small earthquake, about a 1.0 near Norfolk, New York. Now, I told folks before that, there was some stuff going on in Middle Tennessee, and there was a 2.7 in Maryville on the 14th, but then in Shelbyville, which is in the middle of the state, there was a 2.8 on the 16th. So Mother Earth is definitely moving around. And this is not to get y'all Orion location ice. I can't see it. I can't see it yet. There's too much cloud cover here tonight. So, but I will definitely, come back out and check. Sometimes the clouds get a little thin, in the middle of the night, and I'm going to come out and check it. But I know the moon is headed in a diagonal direction from a east by northeast direction. Yeah, that would be closer. And it's headed to the southeast. I'm sorry, southwest, not west. It's going diagonal. That's why I'm doing this video strictly about the moon, because it's really wonky today. I mean, I've been reporting on it over the last couple of years, and but tonight it's like, whoa, it's really come up in the wrong place. So just trying to update it. Um, I can barely see it poking through some of the clouds right now, but it should be straight overhead. Um, where my drip line is on my house, and but it's at least 10 degrees off my ridge line. I'm sorry, the drip line on my house to where the moon is right now, and that's just in the last couple of hours. So it's really going crazy. Michelle, seems like funny business. Absolutely. Timelines, things are being manipulated. I made a remark earlier and yesterday as well that it just seemed like there was some kind of time distortion going on. And I've talked about it before in some of my videos, in that, I look out the window and it seems like there's something between my house and the truck, which is, my truck's just right over here and my house is right here. And it seems like there's some other kind of dimension that's between my house and the truck, and nothing makes sense. And I even spoke earlier today about yesterday, I felt displaced in my own house. I was like, yeah, hello, Lori. Yes, good evening, good evening. And, I agree with you guys. And it seems like when I look at the Schumann resonance, by the way, and you can go check it out, just check out the Schumann resonance. There's a chart, right? But about the 24 mark, 25-ish on the scale of frequency, if you will, there seems, hey, Quartz, how are you? It seems like there's like a hard dash and then a space and then another dash. It's almost like the earth is getting hit with a code. And over the last several days, a friend of mine had been keeping an eye on it, and it's um, and said, well, the earth it's almost like a Morse code, if you will, because, and it's been coming in on that frequency really steady, and, on a regular basis. You can plot it like, it comes in for about an hour in that harmonic, and then there's a space, then it comes back on, and you can look at it as like somebody was doing Morse code. But anyway, so we've been getting hit with some interesting energies. I'm just saying, and it is showing up on the Schumann. And because I've been told, my spirit guide has said, Hawkeye, keep an eye out on the Caribbean, which Haiti and Dominican Republic are getting hammered every day by upper twos and lower threes. Last couple of days, they got hit with a couple of lowercase fours. That's a lot of activity. They're getting 20, 30 earthquakes a day over there, and it's like, what? I mean, it must be rumbling all the time for them to have that many earthquakes, especially in the middle twos to almost four on a regular basis. And another one went off around Venezuela again. Another one down near in Peru went off, a good size one, a 5 point something. And and a week ago we had a 4 point something that hit on western Mississippi. So there's a lot of shaking going on with Mother Earth, and we just need to kind of hang on. And about the timelines, I just want to say that there seems to be some kind of phasing in and out at times. You know, Lori says timelines are squashing together or something. Not sure how to explain what I'm feeling or seeing. Agreed, Lori. Hi, Quartz again. Hello, hello again. Good for you, Quartz. Talked on unbiased and on the fence for the first time. Good, good. We need to all speak up and at least give our opinion, especially when we can give our opinion with a positive twist or a thought, or without being ugly and cussing people out. You, okie dokie, Michelle. Can't chat. The toddler is wrangling. Yeah, I've wrangled a few toddlers in my day. Like they're like trying to wrangle chickens. Although the chickens are getting much better at wrangling, I got to say. you know. But anyway, but so I just wanted to get on here and say hi to everybody. I got to go plug this computer back in because I left it unplugged and the battery's low. But I wanted to come out here and just give a kind of little visual outside the house. It's a beautiful night. Temp's only about it's like 62 degrees. It's almost warm for me. And but it's a beautiful evening otherwise. Moon pokes out of the clouds every once in a while. But anyway, I wanted to say I love y'all. Thank you very much. Y'all keep it together. Keep an eye on the moon. Don't know what's going on, but we're wobbling. Biggest thing I can say. you know I know when I was out here earlier and I was looking for the moon and I had to look in the wrong place. I did get a little wonky in my own head going, oh my god, what the hell. But creator told me that I needed to calm down right away and just chill out. It'd be okay. So with love to y'all, blessings to all of y'all. I'm going to do another video later on about a topic of trust, distrust, and faith in each other. So I love y'all. Have a conversation. So does it sound like you're outside? Um, oh, it's just I got a little Chromebook here, Selwyn, and I got a thing. I got a message from me earlier, and I just want to say that sometimes this little computer, and it's a little notebooky kind of thing, and sometimes when YouTube comes up on it, certain apps just won't work. And so, like, earlier when I did a video, the chat room didn't work, and I don't have any control over that. I don't try to shut off the chat or ban anybody unless you're really nasty. And I think I've only ever banned one person, in the many years I've been, doing these silly little videos. But with that said, though, Selvin, I just wanted to let you know. So the audio is just right here. It's just this little microphone inside this computer. So, yes, thank you very much. I'm glad you understand, and you're absolutely welcome. So let me go find my chair, and I might get on later on. It's already almost 11:30 here Eastern time, but I wanted to do this other subject. So let me go get my groceries in and everything. I just want to say thank you all. This is just an update, just to kind of keep things in it, in some kind of order here. So much love, y'all. If you're up, if you're north of me and you're in the snow, God bless you. And if you're further south, then you got some decent weather. So, but anyway, blessings to y'all, and remember, always accept and receive from the Creator, because Source is always out there. All we have to do is accept that energy and the healing and the knowledge from the universe. Continue sharing with each other. Thank you very much, and I'll talk at y'all later. This is Hawkeye from South Georgia saying, adios.